Hi everyone, welcome back to Math Tutoring. This is the lesson on the sine curve part 2. I just want to go over a quick example that I did not cover in my previous lesson, part 1 of this, and I thought this was a good example, so I want to cover it quickly. If you're asked to graph 2 of sine x plus 3 pi. So in the previous lesson I gave you an example like this where this was a number, but you would more commonly see something in this form where you've got either degrees here or radians. So that's why I wanted to pick this example to try. So over here we see that the amplitude of our graph is equal to 2, and then our period P is equal to 2 pi over B, and in this case our B value is just 1. So as you remember, a sine BX plus C was our general graph. So period is equal to 2 pi. So 2 pi over 1, so it's just equal to 2 pi. Okay, and then over here we've got 3 pi, so our phase shift is equal to negative c over b. So negative c over b would be negative 3 pi over 1. So that's just equal to negative 3 pi. Okay, so now we can use that information to graph this. So we've got 0, positive 2, negative 2. Over here we've got pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, and then 4 pi. And over here we've got negative pi and negative 2 pi. Okay, actually, I'm just going to rewind here for a minute. Okay, let's just go here instead. So here we've got y and x. So here we've got pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, and over here we've got negative pi, negative 2 pi, negative 3 pi. So our graph goes from 2 to negative 2, and here's 0. So positive 2 to negative 2. And then we have our, so it looks like we've just got one sine graph. So in every 2 pi, we should just have, from 0 to 2 pi, we should only have one sine wave. So one up and one down. Just wondering here. So this means that it shifts to the left by pi over, this is a shift to the left by pi over 3 pi. So that means we can start at 3 pi. Yeah, we can start at 3 pi and just start graphing from there if we want to. So if we do from within your 2 pi, you should have one sine graph. So that's going to be one of these. From within 2 pi, within one period, you should only have one sine graph because there's no number here. If there was a number here bigger than 1, then we would have more of these within every 2 pi period. So we'd have one graph there, we have another one, and you can just keep graphing these. And within this 2 pi, I just drew in another one, and over here I could draw in another one. So something like this would be an acceptable graph for, I mean, it can keep going in both directions, but you know, it's up to you how much you want to draw. Sometimes you're only asked to draw the graph within 0 to 2 pi. And normally the sine graph goes up and then down, but because this is moved over, it actually changes the shape of your graph. Okay, so that's basically how you would do with that example. Yeah, so I mean that would be it. And you know, this is the amplitude, the period 2 pi, and then the phase shift is negative 3 pi. The period of 2 pi is like within how much of a distance do you have a full sine wave, which is something one up and one down. So that would be another example. So I thought this was a good one to cover. This is probably a more complicated example, so that's a good one as well. Okay, all right.